The Marvel Cinematic Universe has grown in popularity over the last few years with at least one blockbuster every year. It is probably due to the great storyline that surround all the careers in the films. The Avengers story began in the first Avengers film in 2012, when the Avengers Big Six first assembled to fight against Loki. The Avengers fought together in the Battle of New York to defeat him and take the Tesseract from him. After this battle, the Avengers then came together to fight Ultron, Tony Stark's AI that had turned against humanity. The incident with Ultron divides the group into two factions, leading to the Civil War battle, which ended when Thanos attacks the Earth in pursuit of the Infinity Stone. The heroes are forced to work together again, but their lack of unity results to an overwhelming defeat in the Infinity War. Avengers 4, which has been given the title Endgame, is scheduled for release this April. To better understand the plot of Avengers Endgame, let us look at each of the six heroes' journey in the Avengers story, how their stories are linked in the Avengers backstory, and the happenings that lead each one of them to the endgame. Iron Man. His story begins when the billionaire is kidnapped by the Ten Rings terrorists. He builds the Iron Man suit to escape from his kidnappers, then later refurbished the suit and started his mission as Iron Man by fighting against terrorists. Stark later joined S.H.I.E.L.D. and helps to upgrade their technology. When the world is threatened by Chitauri and Loki, Stark joins the Avengers to battle the two villains. The war on Hydra later on puts Iron Man back to his feet, helping the S.H.I.E.L.D. to capture Wolfgang. After defeating Hydra, Stark attempts to build a new AI to help him protect the world. The program of the Ultron backfires and starts destroying humanity. The Avengers once again assemble to stop the AI, which they do successfully. However, the incident haunts Stark, and he decides to support the Sokovia Accords. This lands him in trouble, this time with his friends, led by Captain America, who opposes the act. The two heroes split the Avengers team into two groups and fight against each other. Stark returns to New York until Thanos strikes. Stark traveled to Titan to battle Thanos, but was beaten badly and almost killed was it not for Strange, who offered Thanos the Time Stone in exchange for Stark's life. Stark is left in Titan, and there, he watches as the other Avengers are destroyed by Thanos in the Infinity War. Captain America. After he was rejected for military service in World War II for being too physically frail, Steve Rogers volunteered for a top-secret government experiment that turned him to the powerful Captain America. He battled enemy forces during World War II and attacked multiple Hydra bases. Captain America crashes into ice during a mission and is found frozen 66 years later by S.H.I.E.L.D. He woke up in a new world and forced into action against Loki. Joining the Avengers in the Battle of New York, Rogers helped them win the battle. While at S.H.I.E.L.D., he discovered the conspiracy of Hydra to bring about a new world order, and he rejoined the team against Wolfgang. He also helps them fight against Ultron, a battle that led to the disbandment of many of the Avengers, and Captain America, together with Black Widow, stayed to lead the second incarnation of the Avengers. He led the team the faction against Iron Man in the Sokovia Accord. However, when Thanos strikes, Rogers is forced to come out of hiding in order to protect Vision, who he had brought to Wakanda. He and King T'Challa's army fight and defeat Thanos' forces. However, their victory is short-lived since Thanos later arrives and defeats them all. Thor. Thor's story is introduced in the MCU when Odin, his father, exiled him to Earth as a punishment. He develops love for humanity while on Earth, and he becomes its protector. Thor fights with his hammer, called Mjölnir, that allows him to control lightning. Thor's backstory interacts with the Avengers when he fights alongside them to defeat his adoptive brother, Loki, who threatens the Earth. This selfless act helped him regain Odin's favor and was granted his power once more. He used his power to help the Avengers defeat Loki's army of the Chitauri during the Battle of New York. Thor then returned to Asgard and helped restore peace across the 9 realms. He then returns to Earth and assembles with the Avengers again against Hydra, and later in the battle against Ultron. After Ultron was defeated, Thor returned to Asgard to investigate the visions he saw while being manipulated by Scarlet Witch. Thor faces heartbreaking moments when he loses his father, his hammer, his eye, and later half of Asgardians as he evacuates them to Earth after fighting against Hela, the goddess of death, with the help of Hulk, whom he had found in Asgard. Thor witnesses Thanos take the Infinity Stone from his brother and murder him, right before he throws him off the ship. He is rescued by the Guardians of the Galaxy and they travel to Nidavellir, where he acquires a new weapon, the Stormbreaker, and aided Avengers and the people of Wakanda in defeating the Outriders and confronting Thanos. However, Thor, just like the other Avengers, was unable to stop Thanos from activating the Infinity Gauntlet. Hulk. Dr. Bruce Banner is introduced in the MCU as a biochemist who survived a gamma bomb explosion, but the incident changed his body. Whenever he is consumed by rage, he transforms into a green, gigantic creature known as the Hulk. The Hulk's backstory interacts with the Avengers when he got recruited to S.H.I.E.L.D. and was tasked with finding Tesseract, working alongside Tony Stark. He later joined the Avengers during the Battle of New York. He joined the Avengers once more in the defeating Hydra. After this, Banner helped Stark create Ultron, the AI that almost destroyed humanity. He was then asked to help create Vision, and later helped to defeat Ultron when Black Widow made him transform into the Hulk. After Ultron had been defeated, Banner left Earth flying a Quinjet which crashed on Sakaar. Here, he remains in Hulk form for 2 years until Thor arrived there, and together they escape to Asgard to save it from Hela and Fenris. They set journey to Earth when Thanos attacks them. Hulk challenges Thanos but is defeated and teleported to New York, where he warns Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Captain America of Thanos' arrival. Unable to transform into Hulk, Banner helps the Avengers in the Infinity War by operating a Hulkbuster armor to help the Avengers in the Battle of Wakanda. Banner survived when Thanos wiped out half of the universe's population. Black Widow. Natasha Romanoff, also known as Black Widow, is a former high-ranking agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. She helped the Avengers win the fight against Hydra, assembling with them to locate Loki's scepter and later defeat Ultron. Black Widow has no superpowers, but she relies on her great martial arts skills to take down enemies. Romanoff assisted in recruiting Stark and Bruce Banner into the Avengers team while they tried to track down and capture Loki. She joined the Avengers in the Battle of New York and helped by destroying the portal over the city, effectively ending the entire battle. She continued to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. after the battle, this time working with Captain America to uncover the Hydra conspiracy in S.H.I.E.L.D. Romanoff rejoined the Avengers and helped them bring down Wolfgang, then later rallying against Ultron, where she revealed Ultron's location on Sokovia despite being in captivity. Romanoff signed the Sokovia Accord and later joined Iron Man against Captain America in Civil War. However, she later betrayed Iron Man too and helped Captain America to find the person behind the whole conflict. She is forced to escape and join Rogers as a vigilante. When Thanos strikes, Black Widow together with Rogers and Wilson protected Vision, who held the Mind Stone that Thanos was after. They also defended the nation of Wakanda, but were later defeated together with some of the other heroes. Luckily, Black Widow survived this ordeal. Hawkeye. Clinton Clint Barton, also known as Hawkeye, is an Avenger whose skills as a marksman are unmatched. Just like Black Widow, he is a former special agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and one of the founding members of the Avengers. Hawkeye recruited Black Widow, whom he developed a strong friendship with. He was assigned into watching over the Tesseract, but was brainwashed by Loki and used for his evil plans. He was later freed from Loki's mind control, and he joined the Avengers in fighting against Loki. Hawkeye continued working with S.H.I.E.L.D. until it collapsed. Despite putting up a spirited fight against Iron Man and his faction in Civil War, Hawkeye and most of their team were eventually defeated and imprisoned. Barton was then placed under house arrest and did not appear in the 2018 film Avengers Infinity War, but is expected to return to his role in Endgame.